Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful and kind of invisible force that engineers have to conquer to build, well, pretty much everything around us. It's this massive challenge hidden deep beneath our feet. And honestly, mastering it is the secret behind almost every single major construction project you see. So let me ask you this. When you look up at a massive skyscraper, one of those giants of steel and glass, what do you think is its single greatest enemy? What is the biggest threat to its very existence?
Now, you're probably thinking of things like hurricane-force winds, or maybe the violent shaking of an earthquake. And look, those are absolutely huge challenges, for sure. But the most relentless, the most underestimated adversary is something way more common. It's water.
So let's meet this silent threat in our first section here, construction's hidden adversary. Because believe me, on any major job site, water is a constant, unseen opponent that you just can't ignore. And we're not just talking about rain from a storm. No. The real issue is groundwater. That's the water that's already held in the soil and rock right beneath the surface. It's always there and it's always pushing, exerting this constant pressure, basically trying to flood any hole we dig. The whole engineering fight against it? It's often called dewatering. So what does this constant pressure actually do? Well, it creates three huge problems. First, excavation stability. It can literally make the walls of a dig site just collapse. Second, it messes with the foundation's integrity, compromising the very concrete that you're trying to pour. And third, it just makes the entire construction process way more difficult and a whole lot more dangerous for the workers. And failing to manage that pressure doesn't just cause a few small problems here and there. It can lead to an absolute disaster. And that brings us right to the cascade of consequences. The stakes really could not be clearer. I mean, look at this. On one side, you have poor water control, which leads to crippling delays, costs that just skyrocket, and really critical safety risks. But on the other side, with effective control, you get on-time delivery, you stick to the budget, and you have a safe place to work. The difference is, well, it's night and day. And it really is a domino effect. It all starts with uncontrolled water flowing in. That causes the soil to fail. We're talking it literally turns to mud. That, in turn, leads to a weak, compromised foundation. And from there, you're looking at total project failure. One small leak can bring the whole thing crashing down. So, with the stakes this high, how in the world do you fight back? Okay, let's get into the solutions. Section 3. Engineering the defense. The solution isn't just about getting bigger pumps. You know the old saying, proper planning prevents problems? It's so true here. This means doing detailed geological surveys to really understand the soil and where the water table is. It means designing a specific dewatering system, whether that's using deep wells or sump pumps, or even freezing the ground solid before a single shovel ever hits the dirt. The battle is so often won right there, in the planning phase. And this all brings us to our final takeaway, what we're calling the blueprint for success. So if you remember one thing, it's this. Effective water control isn't just another task on some checklist. It is, quite literally, the foundation of project success. Get it right, and you can build these incredible, lasting structures. Get it wrong, and the entire project is at risk. It's that simple. Which leaves us with one final thought to take with you. The next time you walk into a towering office building, or a sprawling airport, or maybe a deep underground subway station, will you think for just a second about that immense, invisible battle against water that was won, deep in the earth, right beneath your feet?